Hi, colleague. Sorry I'm late. All right, is everybody ready to go? Yep. Okay, I will call the special council meeting to order. This is the Building and Planning Department Dashboard Review. I would just like to notify members of the public, staff, presenters, and members of council that meetings are broadcast, recorded, and made available on the internet. Is there any declaration of pecuniary interest? Not seeing any. There are no minutes or deputations. I do not believe, Angie, that anybody registered for a question.
No questions.
Okay, we will go immediately to our staff report, which is our dashboard. And so what I'm going to do is, as has been the practice in the past, is to go through each section and ask if anybody has a comment on it. If that's okay. People seem to be in agreement. So we will go to item number 1, planning application fees. Any comments on that? I don't see any. Okay, number 2, building permit fees and calculation model. Is there any comment on that? I don't see anything. Okay, the next one is the building and planning permit application tracking software. Is there any comments on that, Sherry?
Through you, Rob, I'm just wondering how it's going with this. Have you had some more people applying, and how's it being received?
Yes, thank you. Through Mr. Chair. Certainly the building end of things is people are really catching on to it. Quite a number of applications are coming directly through a cloud permit for building permits. And I can update council. We did have a session with county and cloud permit as it relates to the planning end of their offering, and I think it was reasonably well received, and we've kind of summarized how that's going. We'll have the beta version of that, the planning end of the software, in place by the end of April. So that'll also be an opportunity for anybody making a planning application to use that more streamlined approach as well. That is a piece of software that's in development, but it's advanced enough to exercise through the township's website, and a few other municipalities will be adopting it as well.
Good, thanks.
I had a quick question. The building and planning, we're now starting to build, as you mentioned, Rob, the key performance indicators that will come out of that data. Could we expect to see that sometime in the second quarter?
Yeah, I think we'll have some data that we'll be able to present to council during our second quarter review. Yeah, but it's my goal to provide you with that. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Item number 4, which is the department structure. So I guess we all got some news that was a little frustrating. Anita?
Yeah, I just wanted to comment that it must be really disappointing. I think staff did a good job of hiring somebody, and then I'm sure it's very disappointing. Are you putting the call out for a new position or a new person to take over the position, Rob?
Yeah, we'll be re-advertising for that, recruiting that position again. Yeah, it's quite a setback, but we'll just trudge on, and hopefully we'll find an equally competent candidate that will actually take the position.
Thank you. Any other comments on that? Okay, customer service training. Any comments? That's number 5. Don't see anything. Customer service survey. Anything on that? That's number 6. Okay, don't see anything there. Number 7, building permit applications time frame. Any comments there? No. 8, pre-consultation process. Any comments there, Jerry?
With regards to the county not having a response, can you maybe speak to that on why no response at this point?
Yeah, I think that Jeanette certainly took the lead in providing them with a copy of what we had developed. So essentially, yeah. So we're still going on with the process the way we've always done it, providing the potential applicant with a very clear summary of what our expectations are. In addition to that, there's a list of things that we're expected to do as well, right? So the intent there is to ensure that that end document is signed by the applicant and acknowledges that, you know, this is the way forward. You know, the county has a similar approach, only they don't come to terms with the applicant, right? It's really up to them whether or not they want to adopt a similar approach, Councillor Heron, and we've suggested it to them, and they've looked at it, and I guess they're not interested in implementing it at this time. So.
So actually, we do have a reply. The reply is no. Is that,
Yeah,
did I
I guess
do that right?
at this point, yeah, they're not. You know, they I guess the fact that they haven't implemented it is an indication that they're not willing to do it at this time. I don't know if that's a forever thing, but they just don't see the benefits maybe that we've seen in doing it. Yeah, I guess that's as much as I can say about their response today.
Yeah, okay. We'll pick up from there. Site plan approval protocol, number 9. Any questions on that? Okay, 10, development approvals process. Questions on that? Okay, 11, overlapping planning and building applications. Questions on that? I had a question. Have we actually had a situation where that's occurred yet?
We just got one today, where the matter will be heard this evening for a minor variance, and they've already made application for their building permit. So Carlos just forwarding to them the agreement if they want us to move forward with it. We're more than happy if they're successful this evening to consider their permit application, subject to their acknowledgement of the fact that they're doing it, you know, at some risk, right?
Was there any reticence when you showed them the agreement?
Well, we just forwarded to them today, and we just got the permit application today. Yeah.
Okay, well, it'll be interesting to hear what that experience is first time through. Okay, number 12, Planning Act application timeframes. Any questions on that? Okay, don't see any. Performance data. This is the KPIs again. Any question on that? Okay, so we'll look forward to that in the second quarter. And the dashboard review, that's what we're doing right now. And so that brings that to an end. Did anybody have a comment on number 14? Sherry, and then Donna?
I suppose this could have waited for number 11 on the agenda, which is when we pick our next dashboard meeting. But I want to suggest to colleagues that maybe at this point in time, we can move the dashboard to come in with our quarterly reports, but as a separate report, because there isn't a lot of change at this point in time with each of the items. However, if there is something such as an update on a candidate, if Rob could keep us apprised as this is happening and not wait for the report, I think that would be a good idea. So I don't know if my colleagues agree with me, but I'd like to change it to being received quarterly. And this would be, today's meeting would be classed as the end of the first quarter.
So you're suggesting the next time we look at it will be in June. Yeah, okay. Donna?
That was precisely my comment, because staff went to the trouble of setting this up and giving us the copies and so on. And we really had very few questions because there was not much new to report. So I think the end of each quarter would be very appropriate at this point in time.
Okay, so can we consider that a motion from Sherry, seconded by Donna? Would people be comfortable with that? Okay, any other comments on that motion? All in favor? Passed. And I should have asked, I'm sorry, I'm assuming staff don't have any issues with that approach, right?
It works for me.
Okay, great. That's important. Okay, colleagues, so that's the reports. We have no consent items, no petitions, no portfolio updates. Is there any other business? Okay, we don't have to schedule it because it'll be automatic now when we do it. There are no bylaws, and Gary, the blue adjournment. I think I see him there. Yep. Okay, seconded by Anita. All those in favor? Thank you, colleagues. I will see you back here in about 15 minutes. Thanks a lot.